She's a hoot. I love her sense of humor, recognition of connection with her. Know that I would love to go out and get a couple glasses of wine with her and just listen to her and laugh. And I love how she has this balance, which I very much have to learn, between activism and taking care of yourself and pursuing your passions. I loved the glow in her eyes when she saw her husband and the love that they have after 9 years of marriage, and hearing her say she didn't know it could be this good. I mean, God, isn't that lovely? How she has dedicated herself to educating people in Sequim and Port Angeles about this issue for 2.5 years, and does it so well. Had a great presentation, booth presentation, was on it. She had a great crowd there. She's created a great networking community, and just, again, lovely folks who are committed to each other, who each have their own individual flavor and spark, but there's this unity of purpose and commitment and work. I mean, just this is why the paradigm is shifting. It's because of us and us reaching out to each other personally, and she does that really well. I'm very impressed with Senator Chase and her daughter Carin. I'm so excited that they're running around doing these things at the Democratic Party, and that's a commitment that I'm really, really impressed with. I really felt a nice connection with both of them, and would love to get some wine with them too, just on a personal level. I've been talking to some of the people that worked in social media on Prop 37 and are now working on social media in I-522, and they have told me that they feel like this team is very, very on it, very professional. And both Carin and Maralyn Chase were most gracious in saying that they were very happy that I had come out, and they thanked me profusely. So that was very nice of them, very kind. Rick, everybody's such a different personality and, adventure. I don't know anything about anybody, and I wouldn't have learned that he is a former professor at medical school, and he worked on genomes and toxicology and epidemiology and all this stuff. Is like, whoa, it's like, I'm hooking you up with the scientists around the world because, you're needed. He's like, no, want to do local stuff. I'm like, too bad, man. I'm hooking you up with these people, and you have got to be a voice. He's so committed to farm and community, and this is the spark inside of him to do service locally and to support food integrity and food sovereignty really impresses and amazes me. And he's becoming a hero for me, definitely, in that regard. I mean, wow, that he's come and moved here. He loves this town of Port Townsend. That's one of the things I've really noticed about everybody I've talked to here. Just feels this sense of strong community and connection to Port Townsend. It's wonderful to see that people be that committed to their space and their where they live and those around them. And I love he's talking about different sovereignty issues and political stuff here. He's going to make huge difference in this community, and I just so admire him for that. I really, and kind and patient with me. He's been very, very kind and patient. So that's really, really wonderful, and gave us up his bed so that I would have a lovely place to speak. Just these little human things and the connections that are really, really cool when running around and trying to be, political and out there and educate. To see the sweetness of the humanity is really, really fun too, which I'm experiencing here on a deeper level than just professionalism, and how to shake each other's hands and schmooze and, be that surface person of which I am so awful at. I love meeting people on a deeper space, and these folks are allowing me into that space with them, so that's really cool.
Are they taking good care of you?
Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Number one, I haven't had to drive anywhere since I've been here. I've spent the past 2 years alone in my car Sally, driving around the state of California, sometimes 8, 9, 10 hours a day, and I haven't even, I drove the tomato fishy car, and I get to drive her tomorrow, but I haven't had driven in a car for a week, and that's just doesn't happen in my life. So there's just that, and again, people are opening up their homes for a stranger to come stay with them, and not only opening up their homes, but being so delightful. Rob and Florence, Rob in Seattle, who's been really, really fun, and Florence, and now Rick here, and it's just been lovely. I haven't spent enough time with Cindy Black. Cindy, well, you can sense it just on the phone. You don't even have to meet her in person, that she's incredibly competent, incredibly creative, incredibly committed, coming from a place of incredible integrity, commitment to being of service, to seeing that things get done. She is a true leader. One of the things that I have found very interesting in this movement is I never considered myself a leader. It's everybody else calls me a leader, and I think it's because I don't go after leadership. I get that sense from Cindy too. And I've come to this realization that leadership is a privilege that has to be earned. It is not something that we force on people, because that's not true leadership. Leadership inspires. It does not motivate, quote unquote. It touches things deep inside, and I think that's what Cindy does, and people sense this when they work with her. It was almost like immediately I saw a lot of the folks in Washington gel around her leadership. So, and not to mention she's funny and fun, and she's a hoot. But I haven't spent as much time with her as I want to, and I'm looking forward to being able to do more of that there. I also love the parts about her that she seems, on many respects, very traditional, and yet she's very much of a rebel. So I love that about her too.
Vincent.
Florence.
Time with Florence and Poppy.
What a dear. Okay, so I felt an immediate connection with Florence on the phone when we were having our calls, and then to spend time with her, Sparkly Ways, was very, very fun. I felt very privileged to have the honor of driving around in Poppy with her. Let me see, what else can I say? She's a sprite, deeply committed, not only to this issue. We didn't have a chance to talk about it, but I sense that she has it for many issues, and of deep love of people and the planet, and things being right and righteous and on track. We had a great time laughing. We had a great time in the car doing adventures. We had a wonderful time meeting people, and she's a great organizer. She's very committed to doing her work, and she's very appreciative of those around her, which is, I think, really, really important when you're working with people, for people to feel that sense that they're wanted and desired and appreciated. And she exudes that, and I believe that's what people hook into a lot. But yeah, I enjoyed being with her a lot. Again, feeling like I'm not meeting new people, but hooking up with old friends again. It's really fun.